Am I allowed to apply for a student visa in a country outside my home country? So I imagine that's a frequent question.
Yes, yes. So the answer is yes, you are allowed to apply outside of your home country. We typically get questions about, Canada and Mexico specifically for students who are in the United States and need to renew their visas because their visa has expired. If you are interested in applying at one of those locations, you will want to look on the websites of those consulates and embassies to see, first of all, what the wait times are, in particular for what we refer to as third country nationals, coming into apply in Canada or Mexico rather than going back to their home country. But it is possible, so so it's something that a student could do. You still do need to establish, though, that you qualify for the student visa, including your ties to your home country, which sometimes can be more difficult to establish when you're applying in a country outside of your home country. So students do need to keep that in mind when they're thinking about applying in a location that's outside of their home country.
Okay, thank you. Just to follow up, Jennifer, does the school take a position on where students should apply for their visas, or does the school get involved in this issue at all?
We certainly have students that ask us what their options are, and so we would present the same information that Laura did. And depending on the situation and what's happening, we may encourage a student to go to their home country just to make sure that nothing goes wrong for them. And that's kind of the safest route. But if they are willing to know and deal with the fact that if they go to a third country that there could be an issue potentially and they may get sent to their home country for processing, that's an option too. I think the biggest thing we try to provide is information so they know what they're getting into and allow them to make those decisions.
Thank you. Twyla, do you see it from the same perspective? Are you asked by students, where should I go?
All of the time. And I actually have some stories of students in the past, both at four-year institutions and community colleges, that have actually gotten into situations when not returning home, but yet going to a third country to try and renew their visas. And so I always lay everything out on the table and let students know, you're going to take a risk if you're going to do this, but it's up to you. Some students do it without any problems. Some have had problems in the past. And so I always want to let students know that information up front.
Thank you, all three of you. And so in any case, it sounds like if you do choose to apply in a third country, make sure that you know what the timing is, the wait time, look at the appointments. It's not just a matter of turning up and saying, hey, I'm applying for a visa, but it's the whole process again, right? Yes. That we went through. Okay, thank you all.